What's up, gang? Light workers, starseeds, warriors of light. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to talk about a topic you've probably, if you've been on this spiritual path, you would have come across it. Know thyself. Okay? Know thyself. Okay? Who are you? And the reason I'm doing this video today is because I had another video in mind, but I had a bit of guidance to do this video specifically today, and it was pretty cool how it happened. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, because I know this topic like the back of my hand. Because see, for many years, I did not know who I was. I was living oblivious to my inner calling, to who I was on the inside. And I was so fixated on trying to, blend in with the crowd, trying to fit in, doing things that I shouldn't be doing so I would be part of something, because I always felt like I was different. I just never, ever felt part of anything. And that took me to a route which I've been quite open about is, I ended up becoming an addict. And that was because I was so uncomfortable in this body that I had to do something to numb the pain. So the journey of knowing myself has been a pretty amazing journey for the past 5 years. And see, when I've got to know myself, it's been amazing because there's been no need for me trying to escape, me trying to take drugs, me trying to be on any medication. It's about me embracing, who I am. And don't get me wrong, life hasn't been all rosy. I've had a lot of difficult things happen in the past 5 years, but the difference is I know how to navigate them without trying to escape or numb it or trying to run away and stick my head in under the pillow or in a ditch like an ostrich, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm going to talk about, the 4 stages or the 4 things that you really need to do you don't really need to do them, okay? If you choose to do them, if you do these 4 things, then you will get a better understanding of who you are. Because I think, well, knowing who you are, that opens up the door to what it is that you truly desire. Because most people, they are living by their unconscious beliefs. And what a belief is something that was useful to you in the past. Okay, so all the beliefs we have, at one point, they served us, or we wouldn't have them. Okay, and that goes to when we were, and a lot of it stems back to childhood. We inherited this belief by our parents, teachers, and most of the time by good intended people, but we inherited these beliefs. And by the nature of these beliefs, they are limiting because they limit us from being who we truly are. They stop us from taking the action that we want to take because they kept us safe at one point. So one of the bigger things is to notice these beliefs and not let them dictate what action we take. Okay, but that's not the purpose of this video today. Or should I talk about that today? No, because it wasn't. I got guided to know thyself, right? So, how do we know thyself? Okay, and think of it as knowing yourself is having that front row seat of your own life. Okay, it's about stepping outside of yourself. Okay, observing, your reactions and taking ownership of everything in your life. Okay, if you're not happy with a section of your life or what you look like or who you are, okay, do something about it. Okay, take extreme ownership. Okay, grab life by the hands, the horns, okay, and start creating the life that you want to create. Because one thing I have learned, and it is so ingrained into me right now, no one is coming to help. I've needed help for 5 years. No one is coming to help. I had to learn that. I had to learn because it wasn't serving me for other people to help me, for other people to take care of things for me. It was no good for me evolving or my development. I had to learn to stand on my own 2 feet on and what I mean by that is emotionally. Okay, I had to stand on my own 2 feet, and also on this spiritual path. At the beginning, I had guidance, and I relied on that guidance so much. And when it kind of was taken away from me, I thought that that was it. I felt like lost. I felt alone. But it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because then I stepped into my own power and I started tapping into my own intuition. I started using my own gifts and I started getting stronger and stronger and stronger. But the first step with that was, it was self-reflection and awareness. I had to look at myself. I had to look at all my flaws. I had to, really understand what my strengths were, my weaknesses, and have an objective, view me and say, right, okay, let's sort this shit out. What you good at, what you bad at, what do you need to work on? And it was a case of looking and saying, right, there's things I have to remove and there's things I have to put into my life. Now, one of the big things was my thoughts and my emotions. And I read a book called The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer, I think it is. And basically, he talks about that we are not our thoughts and feelings. Okay. Now, the thoughts and feelings are there. We think them and we feel them, but we are not them. We are the observer. We are the person that's observing these. Okay, and when we can recognize and understand the patterns of our mind, then we will be free from any suffering, and that will allow us to have a more fulfilled conscious existence. Okay, and the biggest tool that I used, it was meditation. Right, meditation for me, it raised my levels of consciousness massively, but it was such a tool for self-discovery. I committed to it when I first started. I started doing the Robin Sharma's 20-20-20, which is 20 minutes exercise, 20 minutes meditation, 20 minutes of personal development or journaling, right? But that was my introduction to meditation. But then I started to do it more and more and more. But what that allowed me to do was, it allowed me to see what was going on in my mind, so that I could look at these and observe the thoughts, and from an unbiased perspective. Okay, I was just watching them coming in, and I wasn't getting attached to them. And that, because I would never used to be able to sit with my own emotions. I was so uncomfortable sitting, and that's why I would always escape to drugs or alcohol. I couldn't deal with it, so I would always run away and try to numb it. But by doing that, all I was doing was stunting my emotional growth, and I was suppressing everything, and it wasn't helping me. Okay, so when I started to really meditate, then I could notice the recurring themes of thoughts in my mind, the patterns that were going through my mind, how that shaped my perceptions, my reactions, my decision making. Okay, and it allowed me to, untangle the fucking, what do you call it, fishing wire of a disaster that was going on in there, right? But that's about your thoughts, but it's also the emotions too, because when you observe your emotions, because your emotions, they come up and they go down. I read this, I took this course on mental toughness, and it was like, emotions are chemicals that get released. They go up, but they eventually come back down. Okay, so when you have your emotions are coming up, if you can, look at them and don't get attached, don't attach judgment to them, right? Or don't get attached to them. You can observe them and you can look to see where they started from. You become familiar with the ups and downs. You become familiar with how you feel, understanding why certain things trigger you, why you respond in certain ways. See now, I am so calm. I cannot believe it. Like, some things I actually question. I'm like, why am I so calm like that? And I'm not saying that I'm this heightened being or elevated in any way. It's just that I have learned to observe my emotions and not react to them. Because I used to be a very angry individual, and I used to be very snappy and aggressive to a certain degree. And my wife used to say that, she used to hate it because we were going somewhere and she said my face used to change and my face would go red, and she was just waiting for me to flip. That's not longer the case anymore, but that's because I'm observing it. Okay, because our minds can be minefields or they can be beautiful landscapes. Okay, and when we practice meditation and mindfulness, we're allowing ourselves to take a guided tour around it. Okay, we start to notice these subtle whispers, okay, of thoughts, these little, undercurrents of emotions, and the spaces in between them. Okay, and it's a journey of understanding your own mental landscape. Because so when you engage in mindfulness, meditation, or even just mindfulness, or even just meditation, it's not just a stop in your crazy day. It's actually a massive, profound investment in self-awareness. Because when you practice that, it provides a mirror to your inner self, and it reflects the layers of who you are. Okay, sometimes these things go unnoticed when you're caught up in your day. Okay, so meditation for me it's a fundamental. It's something I do every day, and I do it twice a day, sometimes more. If I'm having a shit day, then I will go and I will lock myself in my office and I'll meditate. Okay, 100%. Or I'll go into nature, go around, hug some trees, and a lot of the time that's where I get my guidance from. And that's where I got my guidance to do this video today. Okay, I got my guidance because I was going to do another video about spirituality and mental health, and I'll probably do that another time. But then, I was talking to my guides and they said, no, that's not the video. And then I said, what is the video? And they said, it will come to you. So I walked about another 200 yards and this big, beautiful, eagle, but I don't think it was an eagle. I think it was a buzzard, just came flying right down. But as it was flying, I had the words "Know Thyself" in my mind, and I was like, "Is that the video?" And they said yes. So that's how I got this video today. So the next part is understanding your emotions, right? So even though we can observe the emotions, but we need to understand them. So how do we understand them? Okay, and that's about embracing vulnerability. Brené Brown, who's an author, a coach, she's, a guru in the space, right? She basically says that, and she's got a book called, what's it called? Gifts of Imperfection, right? She basically says that, see, embracing vulnerability, that is the way to living a fulfilled, happy life. Okay, because vulnerability, imagine that as the key that unlocks the door to your self-awareness, right? It's a lot of people see that as weakness, but it's 100% not weakness. Okay, if anything, it's a superpower, it's a strength. If you can embrace the raw, unfiltered truth of who you are, then you can step into the power of being the real version of you, where you're not scared of any other bullshit coming at you. And that's where I'm at now. It took me a while to really kind of go down this journey, my spiritual side. I'd been wanting to do it for so long, but seeing this short amount of time since I've done it, I feel alive. I feel electric, and that's because I know that I'm in alignment with what I want, and that's because I was allowed myself to be vulnerable, to get out there and stop caring about what other people think. Okay, when you acknowledge that vulnerability is not a flaw, it's a part of being human. Okay, that's when you can have this radical, journey of self-discovery. Okay, it's like just flipping a switch of a room that you forgot was there, and it's just illuminated with all this amazing things. Okay, and vulnerability, a strength of it is, for me, it's about shared. Okay, it's about sharing your personal struggles with others, and I don't mean just some random person in the street. I'm talking about with people, you're connected with, you're in alignment with, people who are vibrating on the same level as you, or friends, people you trust. Okay, because when you share your personal struggles with others, it's not just a discussion. Okay, it's like a portal that opens to authenticity. Because as you spill the beans about your challenges, you're not just sharing, you're inviting that other person to be real, to be authentic. Okay, and you're inviting them to see that unvarnished, version of you, flaws and all, and you're just saying, you know what, this is me, and I'm cool with me. If you want to be cool, then we can be cool. We're all cool together, right? But it's just saying, you know what, this is me. I'm here. And when you can get to that level, it's liberating. And it took me so long to get there, but you know what, I'm here now. Okay, and vulnerability it's like a bridge to self-understanding. By letting other people see your struggles, you're essentially holding that mirror up to yourself. And in those moments when you're having these deep, honest conversations, you're the one that starts to connect the dots. I don't know how many times I've been speaking to someone and I've got the answers with what I'm saying because I'm saying it out loud. And you discover the layers of yourself that you thought were lost or tucked away. Okay, embracing vulnerability is not waving the white flag and, surrendering. It's a freeing experience. It's saying, yo, this is me, scars and all. And guess what? I'm still here standing strong. No one is going to break me. Okay, it's about flipping the script on the social norms. Okay, vulnerability is not a weakness, and I don't care what people say. It's a superpower. Okay? Opening up about your personal struggles, and being okay with them, and opening the door for other people to share theirs. You're a beacon of light to them. Okay, and that's when you can turn things into a collaboration, an effort to break down the walls that separate us. Because in these moments of being vulnerable, you realize that authenticity is a collective venture. Each and every story that's shared becomes, this thread in the tapestry of human connection and consciousness. Wow, I don't know where that came from, but this is what I mean. It's, and I feel so passionate about this. It's amazing. Okay, and then we look to the next stage, alignment with purpose. Now, for me, this was such a crucial stage because this is again one of the reasons why I drank and escaped, because I wasn't in alignment with who I was on the inside. I was trying to be somebody else. I was chasing the wrong things in life. Okay, and the way that we do that is we need to identify, your core values. Okay, and it's like peeling back the layers so that you can reveal who you are in the inside. Now, this is not just some list that you go and write down. Okay, it's a reflection of your inner compass, and that's why I've got that there. It's an inner compass. Okay, it's a reflection of that. Okay, so if you want to truly figure out who you are, you have to go into the nooks and crannies of your values and say, right, what do I value? What is of meaning to me? Okay, what matters? And then you need to ask yourself, why does it matter? Because aligning your core values, it can be seen as one of these personal development fancy concepts, or honor code, know your values. It's much deeper than that. It's about living a life that feels true to you. Okay, not what other people think, not what Jimmy down the road says, or your mum, or your brother, or whatever. It's, it's about what you are, what feels true to you. Okay, it's like finding your favorite playlist. Okay, life just hits different when you resonate with your values, and I know this to be true because for me, when I was really honest about my values and I wasn't seeking validation from others, I started to wake up with a bounce in my step, with this burning desire in my heart, and with the clarity of mind of saying, this is what I'm going for. And in the past, I was too scared to do it because of what other people might have thought, or how I would be judged. Okay? No, it's stepping into the realm of personal growth. Okay, for example, right? You know, let's say you pick a value, say it's personal growth, okay? And for me, I'm all about personal growth. Okay, I'm all about becoming the best version of myself. Okay, now that's the cool part, right? The cool part is saying, right, this is what I value. So then, for me to get there, I would have to naturally gravitate towards the activities that fuel my growth engine. So what would that be? Well, if it's growth in the gym, meditation, honesty, having routine, making sure that I'm doing things that are elevating me in the domain of personal growth. Okay, because when you pick something and you live by it, then everything else will gravitate, because then you will have to start taking aligned action that are in line with that personal growth or whatever value that you pick. Okay. And for me, personal growth is a ride or die value for me. Continuous learning, self-improvement, these are not chores. Okay. These are like oxygen for my soul. It's not a to-do list. It's a natural and essential part of who I want to be. Okay, and it aligns with the core of who I am, and that's what these need to do. These values need to align with who you are at your core, not who you. Because most people are chasing what they think that they want, but they don't. Because if you ask somebody, "Oh, what is it you want?" "Oh, I want money," but they don't want money. They want what money will bring them, which is maybe freedom or security. So it's not the money they want. So when they have that, and that's something of value, it's misaligned. So it would be freedom or security. It wouldn't be money. So, and that's what the thing is, most people aren't focused on what they think they're focused on. They're focused on something they're trying to resolve that they feel incomplete, in a way that they feel incomplete. So it's about being truly understanding, why, and why these are important to you. Okay, because core values are like your North Star. Okay, they are your North Star in your life. When you're aligned with them, decisions become clearer and it feels like you're on purpose. Okay, you're not going by society's expectations. It's about what deeply resonates with you on an inner level. Think about it as it's your personal GPS system. Okay, it's your personal GPS system on this journey of life. It's about asking yourself the tough questions like, what truly matters to me? And what will I have to cut out if I'm living by this value? Who will I have to cut out? Because that will have to happen. I've had to cut so many people out of my life because they do not align with what I value. Okay, what type of life do you want to lead? And anything that is not aligned with that has to go, and that can be difficult at times. That can be truly difficult, but we only have this one existence. Well, we might have had other ones, but right now in this human meat suit, this is the one that we have. And if we want to experience this to the highest level, we have to be vigorously honest with ourselves. And then we have to remove everything that's not aligned so we can have this amazing experience. Okay. And then the next section is connecting with source, the divine, the universe, God, however you want to look at it. For me, I say source, I say the universe, I say God. I don't actually know, but I just know that there's something bigger than me out there. There's something that created all of this. Okay, because when we step into the spiritual realm, you see, know thyself, right? It's about peeling back the human layers. Okay, it's about understanding that we have some type of cosmic connection. So we have a relationship with something bigger than we are, something divine. Okay, and there's no denying that. There's no denying, because think about it. Look at the universe. We're on this ball spinning in the middle of a universe. Obviously, there's something bigger. Okay, and especially because I've had connections with archangels, and I know that there's something deeper. I know that I'm on here on a bigger purpose. So it's all right for me to say that. But if you are just starting this journey and you've got these questions, it's about taking that step out your comfort zone and tapping in and seeing, is there something out there, and being true to who you are, because the journey really involves diving deep into your personal beliefs. Okay, and it's not a quiz. It's an exploration. Okay, what is it inside you that stirs your soul? What resonates with you? Because what I might be saying, for example, in my other video, I spoke about my Archangel Michael and this and that. That might not resonate with you, but that's totally cool. Okay, you might have connections to different people or different galaxies or whatever. It's whatever resonates with you, and don't let anyone tell you what you should and shouldn't believe or what you should and shouldn't feel. This is your experience. This is your journey. So whatever resonates with you, okay, it doesn't matter what it is. It's whatever you feel, and this is your spiritual story. This is your human experience. This is not anyone else's. Okay. But this is the part that for me, it's super exciting. Okay. Because if you want to tap into the cosmic realms, it's about creating rituals, prayers. Like, for example, look, I'll show you here. I've got crystals all over the place. See them here. Crystals, different crystals. I've got rune stones. I've got, tarot cards, no tarot cards. I've got pendulums. I've got my rune stones. I've got my Archangel Michael cards. I've got so many different rituals that I use to connect with, with source, with guides, with everything. But it took me time to figure out what worked for me. And that's why I think it's exciting. Because, for example, see a prayer, that's a heart to heart with the cosmos. It's not just words, it's a cosmic chat where you're expressing gratitude, where you're seeking guidance, or you're simply just sharing what's going on with you today. Okay, and then when it comes to the rituals, that's like a cosmic handshake, connecting you with something bigger and beyond the ordinary. And that's why I love it. This is why I get so deeply passionate about it. Okay. And it's a journey of going beyond the surface, because most of my life, I thought all of this stuff was a sham. I thought it was BS. I did not believe in any of it. Okay. I had to really experience something profound. Like, my spiritual awakening was, which most people don't have it the way I had it, which I needed to have it that way. Otherwise, I would not have believed it. I had to have that profound, physical, crazy experience. Otherwise, I would have just dismissed it. Okay. And that's what it is. It's about, tuning in to what resonates with you, connecting to the divine, the source, the universe in a way that works for you. And it's not a checklist. Okay. It's a series of uncovering moments, or, inspirational guidance, or whispers and prayers, or, singing bowls, or runestones, whatever it is. And this is why there's so many different things. This world is amazing when it comes to all of this. Like, that's why I get so into it. And I should probably calm down when I'm doing this video, but I can't help it. I'm so excited. Okay. And that's why I know that I've picked the right path. Okay. It really is. This is a journey, and when you kind of truly embrace it, it can open up so many different things for you. It's unbelievable. But yeah, so that's the kind of the four main steps, right? That's the four main steps. It's about self-awareness. Okay. It's about your emotions, embracing vulnerability. It's about understanding, your purpose, your core values, and then it's understanding connecting with the divine. Now, I'll just run through kind of things that I've tried, and then I'll just shoot off here because I need to go and pick up my kids soon. Okay, so you've got meditation, mindfulness, prayer. Okay, there's different spiritual practices that you experiment, whether that be yoga, energy healing, rituals, whatever resonates with you. But meditation, should say that should be fundamental for everybody, because when you incorporate meditation in your routine, you get that inner peace, that clarity, that connection with your true self. Okay, when you set aside time for just to reflect on your life purpose, and the direction that you want to take, it's unbelievable. And also connection with nature, spending time in nature, that's a unique way to ground yourself and also provide time for reflection, as I said, like for me. Then you've got your spiritual practices, yoga, whatever it. Also, another thing that really helped me was reading and learning. Okay, engaging with books that spark curiosity, whether that's philosophy, spirituality, personal development, whatever's you can draw inspiration from. And see, for me, every day I read books, and in fact, I'll see if I can pull up my Audible playlist right now. I'm reading right now Change Your Mind by what's his name? RJ Spina. Amazing book so far, and that's about kind of energy healing. But I've got one of his other books, but I've got all Joe Dispenza's collect. I think I've got, that's what I meant to get there. How many titles have I got? My library. I've got 241 titles, right? So I was just reading The New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. But yeah, so reading and learn, because if you can get stuff to draw inspiration from, to seek wisdom, it's amazing. Okay, or even mentors, just expand and get out of your comfort zone and get other perspectives. So, and it's not to say that you're trying to, you're trying to figure out your own. So by getting bits and pieces from everybody, you can form your own conclusions, because that's what I've done. Okay, another one is journaling. Journal everything, right? No joke, right? I've got journals every here. There's one. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. And then I've got another 3 or 4 in the drawer. That's just the ones I use on a daily basis. Okay? Journaling, it's an important thing to document your thoughts, your reflections, and your progress. Okay, use it to track your patterns, your behaviour, gain insights into what's going on inside here. Okay, it really is, because journaling for me is another game changer, because it takes what you've got out here and puts it on here. So when you're taking it and you're writing it, sometimes you're answering your own questions. But another thing is intuitive journaling. I do this every morning, so I'll sit I'll take deep breaths, I'll do a bit of meditation, and then I'll imagine there's a circle around me, and I'll just say, that's me, I'm in my genius. And then I'll ask for a symbol. So, I'll get whatever it is. What was the symbol I got this morning? I'll tell you this morning. So, what was it this morning? I forget. Okay, what that means to me. What was that again? It was a candle. It was a candle. So I got a lit candle this morning, and then what I'll write is, and I'll write what that means to me, and then I'll just flow intuitively without thinking about it, and see. A lot of times, that's where I'll get guidance from or inspiration, and I'll probably do a more in-depth video on that. But journaling's an amazing way. Okay, seek guidance, from mentors, community, connect with like-minded people who are on a similar journey. This channel is very new, but I know this channel will expand, and we'll have a community of like-minded people where we can do Zoom calls, we can jump and we can share, because that's what I want. I've been so alone for years now because I've been too scared to speak up, and I've been locked myself in my little office here and not branching out. But no more of that. I want to share my experience. I want to tap into other people's experience. I want to engage in meaningful conversations. Then you can also look at different mentors, spirit guides, people who can provide you guidance. Okay, but then remember, vulnerability, embracing vulnerability, that allow yourself to be vulnerable. Okay, it's through the vulnerability that true growth and self-discovery happens. And that's, I can just tell in the last week how dramatically my life has shifted just in a week. Okay, and just remember, this spiritual journey is a continuous process. There's no one size fits all. Okay, tailor your expectations or your explorations. Make sure that they align with your values. Okay, incorporate practices that resonate with your authentic self, because see, by doing that, you'll unravel who you truly are, and you'll be able to step into your own power and really flourish and thrive. Okay, and then when you know thyself, then you know what you truly want from life. Okay, you're not guessing. You're in line with your purpose, and you're living a purpose-driven, fulfilled life. Okay, and that's me for today. Okay, if this resonated or you liked it, hit me a subscribe, a like, or even share it. And if there's any videos that you would like to see in the future, shoot me in the comments. Okay, I want to connect with all of you. But this is me signing off. Ciao for now. Much love. Take care. Bye bye.